everybody doing today? I'll ask you more about that at the main concert. But here is your preamble. Not a warm-up, because that makes it sound lesser than it is. Please welcome to the stage my music partner for multiple decades and one of my very best friends, DiCostanzo.
I like it. I'm an amble, not a preamble.
Keep clapping!
It's weird. I've been a performer for pretty much my whole life, and playing guitar and singing for a long time. But everything seems completely foreign to me right now. So thanks for being here. If you read the description, of course I'm Storm of Paul and Storm. I am SideCar Astronauts. Thank you very much. And these songs kind of grew out of stuff that isn't funny music. If these were funny songs, they'd be Paul and Storm songs. And I was very fortunate that I did a Kickstarter back in 2016. If anybody contributed to that, thank you, and produced an album called Play Again. And in here, I believe, is Christian Kassan, who is the producer and absolute partner in this music. It sounds fantastic. So fantastic that a lot of these songs that I wrote for Play Again, the sound was part of it, of what it was. So I was able to translate some of them into live acoustic, but not others. So a lot of these are brand new and have only been heard by feline ears. So thank you for being the very first non-feline ears to hear these songs, and we'll see how it goes. I love it. Well, one gig in, and I already have an army of cats. Yes, yes. So I can't do that up here, because that's a Paul and Storm thing, so thanks for jumping right in. Also note that not only is this the first time I've presented myself, this is the first time I've presented myself. So not just the music, because I have the Babe Ruth of music, of presenting in my band, in Paul Saborin. And by the way, a big hand for him for giving me this spot to try it. But there's that thing about being a performer that I feel like you'd call it a flaw or a gift, but this never ceasing and unquenchable desire for validation. And this song does come off of Play Again. It's one of the first songs that I wrote that said, oh, this is far enough away from what Paul and Storm is that belongs somewhere else.
What about recording? You want people to record or not?
Yeah, absolutely, you can record this. So when I fall on my face, I can get 1 million views. No, seriously, it's cool. And this one is, to the nth degree, it's actually one of the jokier songs, so I'm easing you into, before I get to Colton levels of musicianship. Not that I get to that level, but, so to the point that this is the fictional band SideCar Astronauts that can only be validated if an entire nation embraces them. This is called Hello, Japan. Someday, won't you say we can? Hello, Japan. Hello, Japan. We want to be your friend. You like cats, you like guitars. We like cats, we like guitars. So we'll say it again. Hello, Japan. We understand your culture. We can write Haiku. Hello, Japan. Hello, Japan. Now you know who we am. So shine up your old brown shoes, put on a brand new shirt, notify the news, and show us where it hurts. Cause we want to make you better. We were custom made for you. Hello, Japan. Hello, Japan. Hello, Japan. Thank you, and it's so awesome to do this on JoCo Cruise. Honestly, I don't think I would have done this if not for the vibe here to try this. And another thing that I love about JoCo Cruise is just how it evolves over the years, and how people grow and how they change. And it makes me think back to really the first change I had that sort of set me on a new course was my first honest-to-goodness haircut. I used to be one of these kids that did not care about things like appearance or hygiene, or I associated that with the cool kids, and I didn't want to be that, and I went hard the other way. And it wasn't until high school that my friends, and I was in the theater group, they got together. They said, we got to do something about this because we think there's something here. There's something here. So my girlfriends, not my girlfriends, didn't have a girlfriend. And my gayest friend, who had a friend who's a hairdresser, said, you're coming with us to the mall, and we're going to see what you look like with a proper haircut. And they set me down in the chair, gave a list of instructions, and they went away. 1 hour later, they returned, and they were all staring at me. And I thought there was something wrong. It turns out there was something right. And it didn't cure all of my social and dating woes. That took a while later. Big thing, I was one of those, I would hear a lot, oh, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. And it worked out well. I ended up finding someone in my life who was very sweet also. But this song is a bubblegum song with that theme. Kind of turns those ideas on its head. It's usually, oh, it's sweet and awesome. And this is called Too Sweet. It makes me feel like maybe I matter. And you got the moves like Socrates, so I'm the one who walks away flattered. And when I'm feeling low, I know you show up with a box of donuts, so I don't go nuts. You're dressed up kind of fancy for a Tuesday afternoon. Did you think I didn't notice? No, it's more than plain, but it's too sweet. The way you love me, it's too sweet. You're miles and miles above me, and I pretend your attention's only meant to be kind. But now, my friend, I contend you got much more in mind. Oh, but it's too sweet. Got a gumdrop heart, red vines for a spine. Your blood is turbinado and stevia. You're making it hard not to call you mine. And if I did, I never would leave you. Why do you suppose of all the Joes you know you chose to cozy up to me? Because it's tough to see. If better angels say I'd be a fool to walk away, okay, I'll stay a little longer, but I hesitate 'cause it's too sweet. The way you love me, it's too sweet. I'm miles and miles above me. No, I resist your insistence is dismissing my doubts. my teeth will all fall out. Oh, 'cause it's too sweet. I love your loving, but it's too sweet. I love your loving, but it's too sweet. Your kind of loving's no good for me. Getting too deep. It's too sweet, but it's too late 'cause I love you. It's too sweet, 'cause it's too late. I love you. Who saw Samus? Amazing writing, amazing performance. And this song dips from the same well of her autobiographical song. Well, they're all autobiographical, but the one that she said was an assignment from her therapist. And in particular, the idea that it's okay not to be okay. And I'm someone who has dealt with depression most of their lives. And you work out your coping mechanisms. And it can actually be the toughest for the loved one, your loved ones and the people around you, people you interact with, to understand what that is, and that sometimes you just have to give someone room, but let them know that you're there for them. There's obviously a lot more to it than that, but this song is semi-autobiographical. It is off of Play Again, and it is called Candice. Tell me, Candice, are you bored? 'Cause we could go to Willowbrook Mall today. Anywhere you want's okay. Talk to me, and maybe you can see that the world's waiting outside your window. Streetlights are glowing, growing like clover in bloom, reaching inside the room. Tell me, Candice, can you smile? A while ago you told me about a dream, pushed from a balance beam. You hurt your head, and then somebody said, stop your whining and don't you tell no one. Go on, let's have another. Dreams never seem to reward when they're ignored. Candice, are you bored? Dry your eyes. Why do I feel like I'm a rotten friend? Got nothing else to recommend. Anyhow, I'll leave you be for now, but I hope you don't mind that I came by. Hey, I just want to tell you, well, I'm still in town. So if you're feeling down, Candice, I'm around. Tell me, Candice, are you bored? Candice, I'm around. Tell me, Candice, are you bored? Candice, I'm around. Tell me, Candice, are you bored? It's water.
Sure it is.
That is the key. I knew I was going to be so nervous that if I didn't start drinking ahead of time, that my voice would be done. And I'm afraid I may have overshot the mark. So if I go running off that way, you'll know what's happening. Right. So, like I said, Paul is the Babe Ruth of explaining things. I have these cheat notes, so a little less smooth. So we've been doing this cruise since 2011. It's amazing, and to see it grow and change, and to see all the faces that we saw back in 2011. There's so many of them, and across the years. Now, when I go back and look at pictures from 2011, 2013, 2015, it's wonderful, and it's sobering. Because then I look in the mirror, and but it's wonderful too. I always remember my parents sitting around or my grandparents really, just talking about their ailments and just being so bored. And now I know what bursitis is. So this is exactly about that. It's called Getting Old. I hate myself for getting old. But what else was I supposed to do? Sometimes I feel like letting go. But you're getting older too, so it's alright. Before we drift off into the night, you and I, we can sail away. Every day a holiday. When we're together, I don't believe in fairy tales, but I've seen some crazy things come true, and we've been down some hairy trails, but we always make it through, so it's alright. A jump to the left and a step to the right, you and I, we can sail away. Every day a holiday, when we're together, And oh, as we grow old, we could go separate ways. And oh, we can both hold all of the better days. Do-do-do-do-do. You and I, we can sail away. Every day a holiday. Sail away. Every day a holiday. Do-do-do-do-do. Right. So thank you for specifically being here. Thank you for being on JoCo Cruise, of course. But it's that fear of missing out. Now I thank Paul for putting me in a slot where there's not a ton of other things going on, but this is a cruise ship where there are always a million things going on. This song is exactly about that, and it is in the style of Neil Diamond. Not for any particular reason. Most of my music that is not Paul and Storm music comes from goofing around on guitar or having a musical idea. With Paul and Storm, it's almost always from the idea or a song style. And this one actually only really wrote it 3 weeks ago, lyrics-wise. Still learning this one. But if you don't know who Neil Diamond is, you can hear this song and then go look it up later and go, yeah, that's kind of like that. Or ask your grandma, yes. It's 8:45, it's time to shine. My hair looks fine, I should be feeling alright on Saturday night. But the answer is no. I got FOMO. in the clouds, so I head for the crowds where the music is loud, and I should be doing alright. It's Saturday night, but I've nowhere to go. FOMO. Back on my feet and out in the street, I'm drifting like an empty spacesuit, missing out without a doubt, feeling like there's a better place that I ought to be, that's meant for me, where maybe I'd be doing alright on Saturday night, but I know where to go, to FOMO. 3:45, I fall back through my door, say hello to the floor, and I should be saying goodnight to someone who's right, but I've nothing to show but FOMO. Every day it repeats, and I'm never complete. Every day it repeats, and I'm never complete. I'm rolling along like a leaky tire. I'm stuck in the shade, and I'd happily trade FOMO for a dumpster fire. I must break free and live for me. Then maybe I'd be doing alright on Saturday night. The answer is no. I still got FOMO with nothing to show but FOMO. Just an insecure schmo with FOMO. All right, I'm going to take a page from Jonathan's book right now. So I've got 2 or maybe 3 songs that are, let's say, more down-tempo. Whether I do 2 or 3 depends on how this first one goes. So this one, this is another one about changes. And you've seen it all across the cruise, that people come, people go, and changes aren't always dramatic. Sometimes they happen slowly. And this one is, I wrote this when one of the most important relationships in my life was changing. And I kind of worked my way through it. Sorry, I get a little emotional. And it worked out great, so know that. Despite the feels here, it worked out great. Yeah, thank you. And the good thing is I got this nice bittersweet song out of it. And it's called Turning Away. I know you are slowly turning away. You know I would never ask you to stay. We all learn that someday everything dies. I can see the lights gone out from the rise. You were pushing round the hill while I stood by. And as I slowly fade away, you will never have to say goodbye. Just wave bye-bye. Maybe someday we'll stand together again. Time will only leave us for love in the end. Now I know there's nothing more that I should try. As you slowly fade away, I will never have to say goodbye. Just wave bye-bye. I know you are slowly turning away. Take another downer?
Yeah!
So this one, sometimes changes in relationships happen slowly, sometimes they happen quickly. And this one, the plumbing history, and Paul and I, before our a cappella band Da Vinci's Notebook, we had actually met and sung together in a group that didn't last very long. Mostly because the person who put it together, he really wanted to get it together, but let's just say he didn't have things together musically. It worked out great in that Da Vinci's came out of it, but it was very tough, very tough. I was the first person to join this group, and I was the last one to leave. Like one after one, the members left. And I remember explaining that, I just don't feel like, this is something I want to do anymore. And he gave me some advice. I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember what it was, but he really felt like he was imparting this wisdom. And I just wanted to be out of there. But I do remember the last thing he said, which was simply, don't let the screen door hit you on the way out. So this is about that experience, and this is called Hand Me Down. I left you something in the top drawer, something you had asked for a long time ago. A secret, part of my divine collection, sleight of hand in this direction that I would never show. But it doesn't mean nothing to me now. No, it doesn't mean nothing to me now. So baby, it's yours. Hand me down, hand me down. I left you something you can treasure. Use it at your leisure, and you might succeed. Just take it. Best of luck forever. Think of me whenever you feel the need. 'Cause it doesn't mean nothing to me now. Buddy, I can see it's a hand-me-down. And baby, it's yours. Hand me down, hand me down. Don't thank me. No, don't thank me. Please don't thank me. I left you something in the top drawer. Now watch out for the screen door. No, it doesn't mean nothing to me now. You'll be lucky to be seen in my hand-me-downs. And baby, it's yours. Hand me down, baby, it's yours. Hand me down, and baby, it's yours. So I'm just amazed. I think this guitar is still in tune. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, not Jim Bosia. I don't think that was Jim Bosia. It was Jim. Okay, that's the highest praise. Okay, so as I was writing, I had this riff going and came across the phrase, steal your thunder, stolen thunder. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to do this thing about Zeus and how this lightning bolt who stole it. And then I looked up the phrase, and it has nothing to do with mythology. and it's actually, to me, much more interesting. It was a dramatist in the 16th to 17th centuries on the scene in London. And he was a critic. He actually developed, or was one of the people who developed the concept of the sublime. Yeah, but what he really wanted was to be a playwright and be recognized for his writing. And it didn't really work out for him in that way. He actually died impoverished. Yeah, it is sad. And the thing he's best known for, but not by name, is that he had invented a machine for his play that would create the sound of thunder. So his play closed, and he was walking by this theater in Covent Garden, and bright sunny day, and he hears this thunder, and he ducks into the theater, and much to his chagrin, they had been using his thunder machine for a play of Macbeth. And there's several versions of this quote, but he is said to have said quite bitterly that they will not show my plays, but they will steal my thunder. So I had to rework the whole song. And I'm glad I did. So it's an encounter with the ghost of this guy. I'm not naming him because there's a line in the song and it would spoil it if you knew his name. And it's got some advice in there, but be cautious with it because this is a ghost. And not because he's going to scare you necessarily, but he's a ghost for a reason. So just be careful about taking advice from someone who managed to trap themselves as a ghost. I came upon a ghost in Covent Garden. I think because he recognized my face from the way he stood aside and the tempest in his eye. I knew that he'd been tethered to that place. He said he once had held the love of millions. The footlights brought him fellowship and fame. When he passed away on a cloudy London day, his legacy lived on, but not his name. He leaned close, I could feel a chill. His voice was muted iron, soft but clear. Don't let them steal your thunder, cold feet are just as sure to drag you under. Years on you'll stop and wonder how the things you feel could fade away. Fade away. You'll never make a meal of good intentions. Dream too long and you won't eat at all. Take care to not reveal your best inventions before they're ready for a curtain call. No one owes you loyalty or favors. No one knows you better than yourself. If someone tries to sell you other flavors, that someone's going to put you on the shelf. Yes, it will come for you. I may not be living, but I stand as proof. Don't let them steal your thunder. Cold feet are just as sure to drag you under. Years on you'll stop and wonder how the things you feel could fade away. And they'll tell you your ideas amount to nothing, when all the while they're sizing up your shoes. But look into their eyes, you'll see they're bluffing. So don't listen to that voice that tells you you're not strong enough, 'cause you still have a choice. And don't let them change your course. And if you do, then maybe all your dreams were never really yours. Don't let them steal your thunder. Cold feet are just as sure to drag you under. Years on you'll stop and wonder how the things you feel could fade away. Fade How much time do I have left? How long? 10 minutes, okay. It's gabbier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, we're going to come out of that with what might be my dorkiest song. I know, it's a high bar. Right now it's my voice that is fading away, pardon me. So, this is, I still don't understand. I have this wonderful, Mrs. Storm is this fantastic partner, and I still have no idea what you saw in me. And this song is about that. The big thing is, I thought I was going to die for about 90 seconds last year. I had this constriction in my throat, and it was terrifying for that 90 seconds. And in that time, I wrote Mrs. Storm a note. And I swear this song isn't grim. And I won't share all of the note, but it started out with, Dear Mrs. Storm, sorry I was a dumbass and didn't go to the hospital. So that will help make this song make a little more sense. This is called Perfect for You. It happens again, my dear. Clearly I don't deserve half the things that you do, but I'm not complaining. You're all that I need. Oh, and I'm longing to be perfect for you. Why you fell is something you'll never tell. Just as well. Sometimes mysteries are better than truth, and I'm not complaining. You're all that I need. Oh, and I'm longing to be perfect for you. And when the rain falls down, together we'll get wet. And when answers can't be found, I'll help you to forget. And when I lose the race, you'll tell me it's okay. And when I land on my face, you'll look the other way. I hope so, so you see, there's nobody quite like me. Just agree or don't, and I'll forever be blue. Then I'll be complaining, you're all that I need. Oh, and I'm longing to be perfect for you. Perfect for you. Perfect for you. All right, I'm going to try to squeeze in two more. You may have heard that I live in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, as of 2019 or so. And I study history there casually, and I'm part of a team that has been researching the life of a man named Thomas Lovett. And he, in 1888, established a hotel in Harpers Ferry in this beautiful spot. He was a black man, which in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, to do something like that was unusual. And even more unusual, or you would think, the people that backed him financially, their families had plantations, they had enslaved people for generations, and in this moment in time, they're like, let's make this work. Let's make this work. But there were other people in the region that weren't as keen on it. And this song is about that. It's in the style of what's often called a murder ballad, where it's sung from the perspective of someone who is not very nice. I will say, in this case, it is an attempted murder ballad, because in this case, Thomas and Lavinia Lovett ended up succeeding, and they operated that hotel together independently until 1926. And just one other detail, you may know Harper's Ferry, of course, from John Brown's Raid, where he attempted with a band of 21 people, black and white, to end slavery in this country, started the Civil War. In southern-leaning areas in the region of Harper's Ferry, most certainly was, it was part of Virginia, they referred to him as Osawatomie. And that was because he perpetrated a massacre. He led one in Bleeding, Kansas, which is kind of a prelude to Harper's Ferry. So be careful. This has probably a lot of those CRTs you've heard about. And it's also not just in the past. So if there's a pattern here, that's probably valid. This is called Back to the Bottom. Love, it looks like you've been doing pretty well. You talked the local school board into back in your hotel. Now we hear some suckers putting money on your plate. Not bad for a brown-skinned man in 1888. Oh, ho, ho. Here in Harper's Ferry, we seen devils in our name. We said Osawatomie, a bouldering in his grave. Down our generations, racial trouble's nothing new. You gotta have a special plan for the likes of you. Gonna take a little time, y'all, but you're gonna take a big fall to the bottom, back to the bottom. Seems there's been some thieving out the country every day. Pies off of the windowsill and horses stole away. And out of every smokehouse, bacon's taken, what a shame. We know you did not do it, but we can prove it all the same. Ho, ho, ho. We'll round up every trouble-making fella we can find. Trust us when we tell you justice isn't always blind. It's true you've manufactured quite a good name all these years. A lot of good it's gonna do with a jury of our peers. Gonna take a little time, y'all, but you're gonna take a big fall to the bottom, back to the bottom. Then ooh-wee, you'll head to Moundsville far away. Ooh-wee, in a prison cell you'll stay. Ooh-wee, making friends and breaking rocks. They're far too long, they'll send you home to the video in a cardboard box. Love, it looks like you've been doing pretty well. Really, it's a pity that you got to go through hell. And yes, we will confess that it's a nasty way to go. But history cannot judge us if the future never knows. Gotta take a little time, y'all, but you're gonna take a big fall to the bottom, back to the bottom, back to the bottom. I believe that I have time for one more. And I'm not going to tune the guitar because I think this one will sound better. I'll slightly out of tune. So I do want to do a little some thank yous. First of all, to Paul for giving him this time slot here and for being the most wonderful creative partner. It's neat to be able to take this chance. And to Jonathan and to Christian Kassan, John Spurdy, who all played on the SideCar Astronauts album. Again, anybody who backed on Kickstarter, thank you. Remember, Paul is the Babe Ruth of explaining things. I have to check my notes. In the interest of time, anybody who feels like they should, oh, well, Drew as well. So my other friend and business partner in this venture. It's an amazing thing that we've all grown together. And yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have tried these songs in front of anyone except for cats, if not for this event. So thank you. Thank you, cats. So this last one, kind of going full circle, this is a little more lighthearted towards the Pollen Storm thing. It is on Play Again, which might be available in the gift shop. And this came years ago from, we got an email from someone, this was sort of the middle years of the cruise, basically saying, hey, you've done a pretty good job with the cruise so far, but you should really turn it over to people who know what they're doing. And there I was at lunch reading this with my burrito on the desk. And it took a while, but it ended up percolating down into this song, and it is called Sun Don't Shine. Say you know what the problem is. I'm glad that someone finally sussed it out. You're a self-appointed guru up alone on a hill. When you're right, why bother leaving room for doubt? But before you go into your dissertation, before that golden wisdom is shine, let me tell you where your words can go, where the sun don't shine. Oh yeah, where the sun don't shine. Stick it where the sun don't shine. Yeah, I don't want it, no, I don't need it, so you can keep it where the sun don't shine. Whatever you tell me, I won't believe it. It's a waste of your breath and my precious time. So wrap it on up in a fat burrito, Conte, guacamole, and lime, and put it in a bag to go where the sun don't shine. Oh, yeah. Stick it where the sun don't shine. Stick it where the sun don't shine. Picante, guacamole, and lime, and put it in a bag to go where the sun don't shine. Oh yeah, stick it where the sun don't shine. Mm-hmm. Stick it where the sun don't shine. Stick it where the sun don't shine. Thank you. DiCostanzo and I have been SideCar Astronauts.